we are told that if we're beautiful, if we're skinny, if we're successful, famous, if we fit in, if everyone loves us, that we'll be happy. But that's not entirely true.
For Cara Delavigne, a famous high-fashion model who ticks all the boxes of a glamorous life, to reveal that what is publicized through social media isn't necessarily the truest reflection of an individual or their happiness speaks volumes. In today's society, we see more than ever people prioritizing their virtual lives over their real lives. It's a frightening situation that we see over and over again. Selfies, filters, hashtags, and captions mark just a few of the social media conventions that percolate social media platforms today. It's important to recognize the different social media behaviors that exist within different age groups. Young people in particular have shown great concern when putting their best self forward and presenting a sort of manufactured image of themselves on social media sites. Social media users often reveal that the number of likes or comments they receive on posts offers them a certain degree of validation. The question then becomes, how greatly does social media influence our individual self-worth? And as the social media use continues to skyrocket, leaving self-esteem levels in the red, is there a way we can combat unfavorable outcomes?
There are a wide variety of social media platforms available to users, so we decided to ask around and see what was most popular among St. Edward's students.
Snapchat, Twitter, mostly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, basically all of them.
I have Facebook and Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I think that's it. They're all evenly. I use them all about the same. Just when I'm bored, I scroll through like all of them.
I use Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and Pinterest. Twitter because like you can find out like what's happening around the world too. Like I found out about like the Paris attacks like via Twitter.
I'm always on Twitter, like scrolling when I'm bored. Instagram, I just look. I don't post that often. Facebook, I'm always on Facebook. Snapchat, every now and then.
Social media is becoming such a prominent part of people's lives, we decided best to try and understand the thought process behind posting on different social media platforms.
So, I see a really cool situation. Grab my phone. I take a picture. You know, I make sure it's the right shape, of course. You know, I download it to a editing app. I'll edit it. Make sure it looks real nice for the fans, of course, and then I post it. But actually, I probably wait a while to post it because, you know, I just don't like to do it right away. I like to like mull on it and make sure it's a good picture to post.
I usually go into posting things like wanting likes or like expecting a certain amount of likes.
I think one time I made a post at like a really awkward hour, and apparently there's like optimal posting hours that I don't know about, and it didn't get many likes, and I wasn't like, I didn't feel bad about myself, but I was kind of disappointed because
And other people?
Yeah, because they should have liked it.
You want 24 likes. You get 24 likes or 26. Most girls want 126 likes. That's what the research shows.
If you're more popular at school, then you'll get more likes on that picture.
The concept is simple. Hitting 100 or more likes on a Facebook or Instagram post shows your friends how popular you are. Anything less than 100 likes is considered a poor showing, even embarrassing, like this pic of the back of Kayla's head she posted that only got 70 likes.
I'll delete the picture.
Why? Why would you delete it?
Just because I guess the picture wasn't good enough.
I just thought it was becoming more and more apparent that people were using social networks to try and get assurance and like validation for themselves, or just posting the great parts of their life.
I'd say, yeah, I created like sort of persona for myself on Twitter with like my humor and like the jokes I make.
I just post pictures that I really like and I think are really cool, and I want to like show off, I guess, but I'm not really too worried about who's gonna like it or not like it because I like it.
You feel good when you get a lot of likes?
I mean, it does make you feel good, but it's not like the first purpose.
Remember, there's the photo, there's the editing, there's the decision to upload, and then there's the decision who will see that upload. And all of those can be changed and played with. So I absolutely agree that there's a best self that you want to put forth.
It's like it puts a bump on their confidence. Like they compare themselves, like self-comparison. Like, oh, that person had like 10 more likes than I do, and girls like get more naked too to get more likes. So it is a problem. Yeah.
I mean, the whole point of posting stuff is so that people will look at it, and I mean, I'll be fine if they don't, but
I don't post a picture to receive anything back. Like if it's a picture I really worked hard on or like I'm really proud of, I would appreciate likes. But if I don't get them, then I just leave the picture. But if I don't get a lot of likes and then the picture was also bad, I'll probably delete it.
Post whatever like I like to post. So, and like I always get surprised like if like someone actually like favorites my tweet, 'cause I'm like, oh, I'm funny.
Yes, I feel like some people's self-esteem is basically determined by how many likes they get. So yeah, or like their virtual friends is like more important than their real friends.
Social media has created this new kind of validation for people and this new thing that makes them feel good about themselves. Whether or not that's good or bad will remain to be seen, and we have no idea what the psychological impacts going forward will be of social media.
Though social media seems to consume the majority of people's lives, there are a selected few who actively choose to avoid or mostly steer clear from it. We deem these people social media hermits and talk to a few to try to understand why they don't like social media.
It takes up a lot of my time because when I have nothing going on at work, I just automatically go onto Facebook and Instagram and just waste a lot of time, and I'm unproductive.
Twitter and Instagram, it just sounds stressful having so many. I feel it's useless to have so many social media platforms. I just feel it occupies so much of my time to be worrying about so many different social medias. I'd be procrastinating even more with that, so I just feel it's just wasting my time.
Just the fact that you're allowed to buy likes on Instagram and Facebook shows that people are obsessed with likes.
That's true. Unfollow us too.
Platform for you to buy likes, then that means that people want likes or want a lot of likes. So yeah, people are obsessed with likes.
I'm not gonna lie, social media does really cause problems with relationships. That's also why I deleted my Instagram. And we've just been so much happier without social media.
To help us understand how social media may impact the reputation and notability of an organization, we decided to contact the editor-in-chief of Mako People magazine, an offshoot of the well-known Caribbean magazine, Mako Caribbean Living. Denise Doran, the editor-in-chief, has been working with Mako for over a year now.
Mako People looks at individuals in society and how they influence the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Durant states that social media is used to promote the publication. However, because Mako People is really in its developmental stages, social media is developing in tandem with the publication. She also states that because social media impacts society and thrive on real-time issues, Mako People's social media must keep abreast of the trends and happenings in Trinidad and Tobago and always keep people informed of the latest and upcoming events in and around Trinidad.
She states that Mako People is striving to attract the younger local audiences and develop content that will appeal to them. Social media is a different way to attract and engage a wide cross-section of people in another age category. She agrees that digital media will always attract the younger generation where turn pages are involved, but reassures that this will not jeopardize the worthiness of the brand but instead enhance it.
Apart from Mako, Durant shares her beliefs that new media has both positive and negative influences like everything else in society. We must place boundaries, controls, and implement laws that protect people's rights as individuals to communicate on social media.
I think being a teenager is a dangerously narcissistic time because I think that you're also trying to figure out your self-esteem generally, figuring out who you are. And so I think that narcissism comes in the fact that teenagers seek validation even more than adults.
So I think it's almost changed from narcissism to almost an expected narcissism.
online where like you have to take a selfie every once in a while. You have to show your audience who you are.
Well, you know, I mean, because in some sense the focus on the self, I mean, the narcissism is so encouraged in the culture, so it's not so surprising. But what we think we're going to find in a culture obsessed with the self, obsessed with autonomy, independence, self-sufficiency, and diminishing of relationships, is we're going to ultimately find isolation and loneliness.
People that are always on their phone are missing out on real life experiences. I think people that first think that, you know, oh my God, this great sunset, I take a picture of it. Or oh my God, this is so much fun, I need to share it with 100,000 of my followers.
Yeah.
You know, people then aren't really living in the moment, and then they're looking back on certain moments just through a picture and just through their phone.
Based on our findings, we have come to the conclusion that social media does play a role in the feelings of self-worth of many people. In the interviews we conducted and video clips we found, social media users admitted that they place an importance on likes and how others perceive them through their social media accounts. Even those who proclaim to not use social media actively say that they are aware of the societal effects. It is only human to want to be liked by others, but we must be aware that social media is just a medium of communication. It does not always reflect reality and is not an accurate representation of our self-worth.